Or do you love success? And I'm here to tell you today, if you're going to be successful, you've got to be willing to give up sleep. You got to be willing to work off for 3 hours of sleep, 2 hours. If you really want to be successful, some days you will have to stay up 3 days in a row. Because you got to be willing to work off for 3 hours of sleep, 2 hours. If you don't want it badder than you want to party, you don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success. You don't want it badder than... I don't know how many of y'all got asthma in here today, but if you ever had an asthma attack before, you short of breath, SOB, shortness of breath, you wheezing. The only thing you trying to do is get some air. You don't care about no basketball game. You don't care what's on TV. You don't care about nobody calling you. You don't care about a party. The only thing you care about when you're trying to breathe is to get some fresh air. I'm not eating like I eat at home. That's why you're about to go to the next level. Because if you keep eating like you ate at home, you'll keep being a boy or a girl. It's time to become man, woman.
Hey, hot facts with Robert Reese, man. This your boy Dash Bandicoot tapping in with you, brother. Hey, I'm right here on a break in my dash right now, getting busy, but I figured I'd tap in before I eat some grub real quick. But yo, man, I like your channel, like what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we share some of the same ideas as far as like how to navigate this gig market. So just tapping in, showing love, man. I seen your comment. Finally got a chance to hit you, bro. Whenever you get a chance back, man, just holler, man, for sure, man. Love, bro. Be safe.
Oh, it's perfect that you said that, man. This is your lane. You made this. This is your baby, and you're gonna see it through. You know, that's great. When Dash Bandicoot told me about you, and I'm like, I've never heard of this man before. But if you're, he was like, he basically told me he would follow you to war if there was a war. I'm like, I gotta check him out. I gotta check him out. You know, and that's how I started watching your channel.
This guy, he brings the energy. He's got the best intro in all of YouTube, mate. He's got other people saying his name, and there's a reason for that. And he can get subscribers from anyone. With his great personality, man. The Hot Facts is exactly that, man.
Hot Facts, KG Sports, and you're watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese.
You're watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese.
What's up, guys? You're watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese. Take care.
This is Isaac Henderson, and you're watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese.
What's up, guys? I'm Sean Barubi. This is my boy Vargas, and we love watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese.
You're watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese.
What's up, people? What's up out there? Welcome again. This is Hot Facts with Robert Reese, Monday through Friday, people. 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. I had to push this back today. I had to go take care of some stuff. So got in here not that long ago, but I said go ahead and put it on at 3. I don't like to do things on the half hours except for on Tuesday nights from 6:30 p.m. That is the open forum, open thing for men. We get in there and talk. Yesterday was a great one. We went over manhood and the definition of manhood and you know, the bro code and what is the real bro code. And we went over all of that stuff. And we also went over why men are not marrying these days. So go ahead and check that out. This Tuesday coming up, we will be talking about what are the qualifications of a good man. So what I will do is I will go and pull up some of the feed from what America says or the world says, and then exactly what the women are saying. And then we'll go ahead and say what we think a good man is from ourselves versus what they are saying what a good man is. So we'll break that down, and that'll be good for young dudes to go ahead and listen to, and all of that great stuff right there. That's on Tuesday, and that's at 6:30 p.m. on Tuesdays. Hot Facts is still at 2 p.m., and the interviews come when they come in. Okay, so that's what's going on there. We got some good news today. There was a 70-year-old man that was beaten, and the person is they're about to let him know what's going to happen. There was a woman that was in an accident. Baby survived. Mother did not. We'll go ahead and break that down and hear how that happened. Go ahead and read some comments. There's some other news out there. I also went ahead and did another day of Spark. We're going to go over Spark and how that is. And people, I know I have the most information from the inside and out on exactly how it runs with the labels, the labels, and everything else like that. So if you watch the episode that I just put up, there's some good information in there, and then we're gonna go over that stuff today. So it was a pretty good day. I learned some things there. Actually, I'll start off with Spark. Okay, I'll start off with Walmart Spark right now. So Walmart Spark is not bad at all. The incentives that they give you when you first start. Now, I do understand that these are incentives for doing your thing. There were some drivers who were upset that I was there and I got a morning delivery, but I live so close. I got the delivery at home. And then drove there. But at the same time, they're giving incentives out, so that they can get more drivers on the road. Now, I did run into a few problems today. I ran into some yesterday that one actually got corrected, or it already was there, but the guy who was helping me was brand new, so I guess the transparency has to be put down there. But what I did ask for yesterday happened today, and I'll go over this order right now. So this was the only order that I did today, but it had 11 loads. Okay, so it had 11 drop-offs, and it was I had one load with 11 drop-offs on it. So I had different labels. In the warehouse, we call this a mixed label pallet. Okay, it's called a mixed label pallet. So now when I got there and they're bringing them out and I'm scanning and it's saying that I scanned them all and I missed one. So I'm going back to check, and then I'm noticing that names don't match up. Now the right label might be there. The label might be there, but they're crossing out and putting other people's names that are not even there at all. So that's the clerk's problem there. That's his fault. The person that is supposed to be checking labels, he's not looking at the name, because the only thing that matters is the actual shipping label itself. He's making sure that all the labels are scanned. Now the name he needs to focus on that also, because here's the problem. You have people that will try to call customer support and everything for no reason at all. When I did not call customer support, that looked like you should call customer support, but you have to actually see how the process works all the way through and through to see what needs help and to see how it's working. The workers that were there, I got the workers to go ahead and help me instead of calling customer support. So the workers were helping me. One young gentleman, he understood exactly what I was doing. I said, I'm trying to double check. It's not here. So I'm missing one. We went ahead and did everything. That was cool. He came back, still could not find it. So what he did was he went in there. They got on the walkie-talkie. They had the people in the aisle go ahead and look for it. So whoever was picking it, he was walking back and forth through the aisles to see if he dropped the label. If he dropped the label, he now knows that he has to go pick the label. But they could not find the label that was dropped. So what happened was now the clerk has to go walk the aisle and find the label itself. So this is what the delay is in time for me. Just being out there. Luckily, no one had anything that was cold or anything. Me being out there, and then him having now, because the worker could not find the label. Since they cannot find the label, he as the clerk, he has to now go walk and go to the locations on where they are, and now he has to look for the labels with the person that picked. Once he can't find the labels, he has to walkie-talkie, say it's not here. He has to go to his clerk desk, go on that computer. He has to see, he was seeing that it was scanned, but he can't find one thing. So he comes back out to my car, and I said, it's not here. So I took everything back out. I said, we're going to go through it one by one, because I know that on the other side, this is how you find the item that's not there. You have to go and rescan on the SNC right there with you have someone that is the auditor. The auditor has to check the pallets before they can be scanned. Okay, so he's like, okay, but the clerk knows how to audit also. He has to do that job also. So he comes out with me. I know the process. So I said, let's take him out. Boom, 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 boom. Gets there. He says, it says it's there. I said, yeah, the shipping label, the shipping number is right here. He was like, what's the order number? I said, the shipping label, the shipping number is right here. He was like, you know the shipping label? He said, no one knows how to read the labels. People, I'm from the inside. I know exactly the system on how it's running. I was able to help them out. They normally have to try to figure it out. I was able to help him out ahead of time so we can actually fix the problem right then and there. Once he saw that, bam, it's not there. It was an underpick or the label was not created, which happens sometimes. So when that happened, he said, let me see your phone. He grabbed my phone. He went in and did some stuff and then boom, took out the one. And then he said you were all the way set. He checked his things. Something went to his phone. Now he has to go inside on that computer. He has to refix that so that notification gets sent out to the customer so the customer doesn't think that they did not get their stuff. And if it was not picked right, they're going to refund the customer and the customer is going to order again. Now I have to go through all of that waiting time because I know what's going on. The typical person that's going to sign up for Spark is going to get there and say, oh man, I had such a terrible time the first time I went there. This wasn't right. They couldn't find this. And I'm sitting there. My time is money. I'm trying to figure this out. Well, now I'm letting you know the process on what happens from the inside on when that happens. And this is what you are supposed to do also. There's not one person that does Spark that is talking about this. And since it is my first 2 deliveries, this is what I have found out right here from the jump. Okay, so since I have worked on that side, it's the translation and how I can deliver and teach you guys about the stuff is perfect. It's perfect. So I get on the road, I got all that stuff. So now I'm behind time. So I know in this job now, because you have labels and destinations, now this is the next part of the logistics chain. The first part of the logistics chain is the order. Then once the order is received, it has to go in, they have to print the labels out, then they have to go give those labels to someone to go and pick. Once those are picked, the auditor has to scan those and they bring them out to the car for us. Once we get those, we do that scan for the next part. Now we go drop them off. Now here is what I want to tell you guys about the drop off since it is like this. The labels are the most important things. If you lose a label, you know how they say, well, just keep this one to scan it at the end. All right. Set up your stuff in a way. You can have dividers built, set up your stuff in the way so that they are there so that you can just already know, bam, 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 bam. Because here's what's going to happen. This is what I told the employees in the warehouse when they were picking the items or when they put a sticker on the wrong item because they're moving too fast. Okay. Do not put that sticker on your shirt. Okay. If you are trying to juggle a whole lot, if you have 1 item or 2 items, yeah, like if it's right here, but I did it yesterday because the guy, I just put him here. I normally don't do that, but I put him there and don't do it. Don't do it. I don't know. I don't even know why I did that on camera. That was my mistake there. I apologize for that. Do not do that because of this. Let's say you're moving and let's say it's not stuck to your shirt all the way right. That label can pop off. And if you lose a label, and let's say it's the only label for something, and something happened to where you don't think it's going to stick on the bag back properly, or something else like that, you want to put it inside the bag. Put the label inside the bag so you don't lose that label. That label is money, and it can mess up a lot of stuff. Now, when you get to the actual home, so when you are dropping these packages off, make sure every single picture that you take, every single label is showing, okay? Every single label is showing. So when they pull that picture up, when you say you dropped it off and they go look at that picture and they're trying to search for this, and this, make sure every label is facing and it's in the picture. Because then they'll zoom it up and they'll be like, boom, that's the label there, that's the label there, that's the label there, that's the label there, that's the label there. It's all there in order, and you are taking care of what you have to take care of. So make sure that in every single picture that you take, make sure the labels are showing. Now, I know some people are like, man, I'm just trying to drop the order off. I got them all the way up there. But let me tell you, for your safety and for your percentage sake, when you're dealing with merchandise like this, it's a different type of accuracy that you are dealing with. Multiple times of mess ups like that, they will deactivate you because they're losing a bunch of money. Even though they're trying to get a lot of drivers in, they're losing a lot of money. And with these incentives, they're so good, they know that they can just keep drivers coming in. But yes. Take pictures and put every single label that you have. Make sure that you can get them all in the frame. Because if you just take a picture and let's say there's a bunch of bags, and they say, well, I never got this, and they will see, well, you have every single bag there with a label. Every single bag is there. Protect yourself. Let me tell you how that part of logistics work. Protect yourself. Outside of that, the drop-offs are good. 11 deliveries, and it was supposed to be done in the 2.5 hours, but I still was able from the time I actually left the Walmart, I got them done really, really fast. But the total time from 8:30, it was 8:32. The pickup was 8:45. So from 8:40, I checked in. And I had to wait to all of that to get that stuff done. That took some time. So we'll just say 8:45 was the actual start the delivery, and then I was done at about 11. Like 11:38, 11:40, I was done. I was done. But I still had to wait. Dumb Bixby. I said it. But I still had to wait. But 11 drop-offs, 11 orders. Now they put the 11 orders. Now how that works, like I said, when you're scanning them in, all those 11 drop-offs are under one load. So that counted for one trip. So I still have to do 3 more. I still have to do 3 more loads. I have to do three more loads to get the first 50. And then I'll do that tomorrow. Tomorrow I just might take care of, the 50 and the other 50. And then that'll be boom, boom, boom. Not bad. The pickups to just drop them off, it's relatively just ABC, but pay attention to the labels, pay attention to all of that, and it can throw someone off if they don't have a habit of looking at the actual label number for the order and if they're not looking at that and they're trying to look for the name, it can throw them off. But that's why I want to go inside and just talk to the I know the store manager there. I go in there all the time. I had to talk to him when I was doing fundraisers there to stand in front of that little yellow box to do the donations. So I'll go ahead and just ask for him and then just let him know, is there anything that you guys can kind of fix on that or just have, try to have the auditor, because the auditor will catch stuff too. Have the auditor try to go over some of that stuff. Because if that stuff is fixed, it's gonna help. It's gonna help a lot of times. Okay, it's gonna help a lot of times. It's gonna improve. It's gonna improve drop-off times and all of that great stuff. So an improved drop-off time is always the best, and you want that as a driver when you are doing like this type of work, when you have to do scanning and all of that. If anyone has worked at like Amazon or Walgreens, Harbor Freight, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what warehouse, Deckers, Black & Decker, it doesn't matter. Procter & Gamble, it is all the same. It is all the same picking process. And they just, like they said, they got third-party work to do the deliveries, and they got third-party work for some people to do the whole picking process to the run, and then they have third-party process for people to just do the run. So all in all, I like Spark. My calves like Spark. It's more movement. Obviously, it's more movement than the food delivery, which is better for you because with the food delivery, you're sitting, or even when you go inside a restaurant and you have to wait, you're sitting again. If you're not standing or moving around, at least the wait time is just you pretty much you waiting for your load, and then after that, it's boom, 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 depending on stairs and all that and the size of your load. It's a pretty good thing. So make sure you guys are wearing a calorie counter. Wear a calorie counter. You guys can work out while doing this job. If you have a load that has some bags and you got bags in each hand and you got to walk a little bit, people, you can do shoulder shrugs. You can do arm curls. You can do everything while you're holding bags. Those are fireman carries. Those are everything. So you get a good workout. You get a good workout while you're doing this stuff too. I actually want to know. I'm actually going to type this up. People's weight loss stories while doing gig apps. I want to see if there's any stories from people before, and then I want to see what they're doing now, and if some people have actually get credit to doing the gig apps to actually getting them to move around a little bit more. I want to check up on that for you guys also. But Spark was fun. Spark was fun, and I like it right now that I got Spark. I just got activated with Spark. Mike N got activated. TFT got activated a little while ago. Ayana does Spark. Pedro just got activated like a couple weeks ago or a week and a half ago. I know Kimside Money Plans, she's been doing it for like a month or like 2 months or something, almost 3 or something. Well, I don't need about 3 months or so. So everyone is relatively brand new. So the content that is coming out, no one can say, well, no, and no, which is great, because me coming in at the same time as some of these people, and now me giving the expertise from the inside to coming out, that's something that the content creators who are doing Spark, they don't have. And that's all part of my lane there. So that is all the way cool. And it was very cool to actually be there to have the employees and the clerk there see that I actually I'm doing their steps for them. So it worked out smooth. Now, they are not going to get that all the time. That's going to come every now and then. And I just happen to be one of those every now and then. So because I'm one of those every now and then, and I'm able to talk about it, I'm going to be able to share these little things on Spark to help people out and then new drivers out when you are doing this thing. Now, there's going to be little tricks to the trade on how do you start earlier or all of this other stuff. And then there's going to be shortcuts. Now, for me being the training manager, and I have to do everything. I have to do the SOPs all the way down. I don't skip steps or do anything. If you do all the steps right and you do them efficiently, your time will improve. So simply because of that, I will not be doing any of those skipping steps that people may tell people to do. So if you're looking for someone that's going to tell you how to skip steps on Walmart Spark, that is not going to come from me, because my actual job is the training manager on the labels and how to do this stuff all the way right. So there will be none of me doing shortcuts and showing people how to do any shortcuts on Walmart Spark. I'm teaching you guys how it works from them picking it, and I've already broke down to the clerk, to the everything today. I already broken all that down. So, I will not be doing any shortcuts. And like I said, it's a great thing because all the content creators that are doing Spark, we all pretty much have came in at the same time. The only difference is none of them knows the process on the inside. So I'm able to explain what's going on the inside to us getting it. And it's proven, because when the clerk comes out and he says no one knows how to read the shipping labels and knows about this, I'm one of the ones that actually do. So now I can help people out with their wait times. And let me tell you guys this. Calling the customer service phone number is not always the best thing to do, especially when if you're going to call the Walmart. Don't call the Walmart. If you see other drivers there and you know that they're waiting for their orders, someone is going to be coming out to go drop their orders off. Instantly go up to that person and let that person know, because once he gets an issue, his job is supposed to report that issue, go back to the clerk about that issue. He'll say, okay, let me go back there and check on it really quick. That is what he is doing. If he goes in and you see him come out with someone else's order, that's A-okay. He went and did his job. He still has to come bring these orders out, but they are still working on it. He'll go back in or something, and then he'll come back out and say something like they're still working on it, just to let you know. Now, that whole wait time you would have been on hold, and then you get online with customer service, then you're going to have to hold for customer service for them to have to go and do all of that stuff again. So now you just wasted like 15, 20 minutes. If you have them right then and there, make your issue known, call it out, and they will help you instantly. That'll help you with your time to get busy and do your thing. Okay, that is how that works right there. Okay, so just make sure. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Now, I'm finding out some things, throughout the app. Don't do that. If you're trying to look for this on the app, it's here. All that little stuff is cool. I'll find all that little stuff where you can bring this up if you put that. All that little stuff is cool, but in order for someone to maximize themselves on this job, I'm going to be able to deliver the full spectrum inside and out, the SOPs. That is what I do. Also, I was part of a committee called the SRA committee, okay? And it was the Service Accuracy Committee. What we did was we walked around in plain clothes, and our jobs were to watch all the AM1s in the warehouse to make sure they were doing their thing and their employees were following the SOPs. So my job was calling out the AM1s and making sure all of the processes were going all the way right. So that's why when I'm doing these deliveries and I'm giving you guys the information, that's exactly how it's going to be. But it is a great app for people to go ahead and hop in on right now. That is Walmart Spark. Okay, and Ghost, I got your text. I was ripping and running. I'm gonna hit you back up. I did get your text, Ghost. Thank you for texting me. That's why I said that's a good question, because there's a lot of ripping and running around. So that's that there. And now I'm gonna get into. Now I'm gonna bring up this mother. This mother was in a hit and run. And this right here is sad. Let's go ahead and check this out.
And we're learning more tonight about a deadly hit-and-run accident that killed a pregnant woman.
This happened Sunday afternoon in Southfield. The driver police have taken into custody has already been released. The one piece of positive news in all of this involves the baby. Sean Lay spoke with police about the incident and is here with the latest. Sean?
The latest is doctors were able to save that baby. This tragedy unfolding at this apartment complex parking lot right behind me here on Greenfield. We are speaking with police investigators tonight. They're telling us there's much more to this story. From above, Drone 4 can show you where this tragedy unfolded Sunday afternoon, here in the parking lot of Southfield's Country Court Apartments on Greenfield, right at 696. That's where loved ones tell us 27-year-old Tierra Bianca Jones was hit by a car. She was rushed to the hospital, and Jones was 27 weeks pregnant.
She was taken to an area hospital along with the child. Both were initially listed in critical condition. The mother later passed away as she succumbed to her injuries. And the child was delivered at the hospital, initially listed in critical condition, but later upgraded to a stable condition.
The driver of that car running off after hitting Jones. Southfield police quickly taking him into custody. He was questioned and then released, pending more investigation. Tonight, people want to know why he's not under arrest.
The individual didn't flee from the police department. He left the vehicle and was located a short distance away, cooperated with us fully and thoroughly.
Sources tell us prior to Jones being hit by the driver, there was an altercation involving multiple people. A gun was produced, the driver telling police he was driving off to avoid being shot and accidentally hit this mother-to-be.
I want to provide my condolences to the family and to anybody that's impacted by this. We all share the common sentiment when you're dealing with the loss of life.
Police are stressing to us tonight that even though that driver was questioned and released. They have much more investigation that has to come in the next couple of days. They have more people to interview. They're collecting more video of this incident. Guys are going to put all this together and present it to the Oakland County prosecutor. We're live in Southfield tonight. Sean Lay, Local 4, back to you.
Yeah, loss of a life, but a life saved. All right.
Now that is that is sad. That is sad right there. Now they said, hit and run, and then they downgraded the run to where it wasn't a run. I can see why people are upset, why someone is not locked up, though. I can understand that too. I can understand their point there on it's an M involved. And I guess because it's not if there was alcohol or something involved, he would be in jail. But since there was none of that involved, I'm guessing they're saying like, hey, we can let him out, but they are monitoring the person. But the baby did live, and see, the family's gonna mourn. The family of the mom is gonna mourn because they lost the child. The child won't know that feeling. The child won't know that feeling, but in the opposite end, the mother is not gonna run herself into the ground for losing a child. If that makes any sense for anyone, I don't know how to put it into words because I don't, that right there. Man. But don't run from a scene, because once you leave, some people are going to think you're running. Okay, now we have this news right here. All right, so this is 70. Okay, Philadelphia man charged in delivery driver carjacking. You know what? I'm going to share this. I'm going to share this screen right here. Let me see. I'm going to share this screen. All right, so it says Philadelphia man charged in delivery driver carjacking after 70-year-old beaten to death. Now it says this man, a Philadelphia man, facing several charges after officials say his plans to carjack food delivery drivers turned deadly for one elderly victim. Now but check this out, people. His plan, look. His plan, people. Let me go ahead and do this for me. Okay. His plan, okay, it doesn't say driver. His plans to carjack delivery drivers, okay? His plans to hijack delivery drivers. He's trying to catch delivery drivers. See, I told you people, look, protect yourselves. You got people that are really trying to make plans to catch you. John Newsland, 18, is accused of placing food delivery orders as a ruse to lure drivers into at least 2 separate occasions last year. He reportedly worked with co-conspirators during each incident. In the first alleged attack, police say Newsland was involved in the beating of a 70-year-old delivery driver and stealing his car on the 3000th block of Testdale. What does that say? Testdale. Let me get back to that screen. Yeah, Testdale. Says the victim eventually died from his injuries. Now, let me tell you guys this. When it comes to senior citizens, when they get up there in age, a lot of them pass away from their injuries when they have a trip or a fall because of broken bones, osteoporosis and things like that. This dude was beaten, so that's way more force. That's way more force coming to a person at that age. That dude's crazy. Less than 2 weeks later, a second delivery driver was carjacked at gunpoint at the 9000th block of Hillpatch Street. Officials say the suspect, along with his co-conspirators, stole the victim's vehicle after hitting him. Okay, Newsland is charged with carjacking.
Wildfires.
Shut up. It said Newsland is charged with carjacking resulting in death, carjacking resulting in seriously bodily injury, conspiracy to commit carjacking, and carrying, discharging a firearm during crimes of violence. That's like 25 years right there. That's like 25 years right there. But all I'm saying is to you people out there, you got to protect yourself. Now, he's one person. Now, you guys know how I'm big on the numbers thing. If there's 1, there's 10. If there's 10, there's 100. If there's 100, there's 1,000. All right? There's thousands and thousands and thousands of delivery drivers. All right? There's millions of people out there just placing orders. All right, people? So just protect yourself. You are coming up to an address. Always be alert. Always be aware. Look in your rear views. Look in your rear views more often than what you normally do. Most people get caught from behind, where they didn't see them, so they get startled, and then they throw them instantly into that fight or flight, okay? They throw them instantly into that fight or flight. Watch your rear views. Boom, boom, boom. If you don't normally do that, do that. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know about you guys. And here's the one thing about being street smart along with book smart, man. You can always feel comfortable to a certain point where you are. Whenever you're sitting in the car and everything, I don't just sit and ignore. I'm watching my rear views at all times. I'm looking around. I'm looking at the area at all times. I'm doing that at all times. When I go into the restaurants and I have to sit and wait, I'm sitting in the angle to where I can see everything. So I can see everything. In case something happens, I can compute me a get out, exit strategy, get out plan, get out my way plan, or whatever you want to say. Pay attention to your surroundings, people. Sometimes, when you pay attention to your surroundings enough, you'll learn this. You'll catch something right before it happens. And that's because your spidey sense, you're aware. We have to awaken a lot of those things up with these gig apps. So many people just focus on money. I got to get an order. I'm stuck on this. I don't want this. I'm doing this and that. Those are the times. And then when you get frustrated and all this other stuff, and that's why they're targeting for drivers. They're probably watching YouTube, seeing exactly what the drivers do. They're just going to sit and wait. They're going to come. And they don't pay attention to anything. So they're out there, man, and then they're gonna think that every single driver is like that until they run into that one that's got that taser, that stun gun that get him right there in the neck. He's not gonna do that again. But they're trying their odds on random people, and that's how you do your stats. If it works out, all right, put it like this. If making random orders to rob people to take their money and cars works for the bad guys, what also works? Taking care of each customer and going to every house to get that tip from them, okay? Because that tip that they are trying to get from a house or whatever, that person that's waiting out there is like, you know what? I'm going to gamble on this one and go take that one in. So, man, you got to see the California hat. It is not a Golden State Warriors hat. Golden State Warriors did win, but I'm in California, and this is the California Bear. Some people think it's the Golden Gate Bridge when they just first see it. No, this is the California Bear. Not California University, not the Cal Bears, but this is a Cal Bear. This is we got the Bears, but this is the California hat. I'm a UCLA, Cal State Long Beach, Cal State Fullerton, Hope International, NAIA. I like those. But people be aware. And this dude attacked a 70-year-old man. Now, you guys see my videos when I have there's the real I call him I didn't know that there was a dashing grandpa on YouTube, but I was calling this dude the dashing grandpa, and I have to switch his name to the 80-year-old dasher. This dude gets out there and dashes. He does not like help from people. If you try to hold the door open for him, he gets mad. And that it'll be a shame. It'll be a shame to see that dude or hear that someone attacked that dude when he's coming out of a delivery and beat the dude and he passed away. That man. One thing I do know is that dude in jail. that dude in jail, people. I'm gonna tell you now. Jail is people that commit crimes and all this other stuff. But there are certain things that you cannot do. That when you get in there, they will DP you for. Once they see your thing and how his stuff is on the news, they have the news on in the day room. Once they see that he carjacked innocent old man and beat him and he died, they're gonna DP him. They're going to see him and then they're going to DP him. So don't think that he's getting away just innocently. If it was his first time going to jail and he went there, he's learning right now. If he hasn't knocked on that glass to go over, he's fighting every day. And they're taking his stuff. So there is some punishment going to him, and he has to go tap on that glass because they're going to keep doing it because he did that to an innocent old man. Old men, old women, children, the rape, all that stuff, people, there is a discipline for that, even when it comes to crime. So don't think that dude is just, he's in there, our taxpayer dollars are supporting him or he's doing all this stuff. Let me tell you what the taxpayers' dollars are doing hard at work. When he is getting his food, people, they are spitting in his food. Those same tax-paying dollars that you are mad that are going into the prison system, and we are all mad on how it goes and all of that, but these people are still alive. You know what I mean? People do have to go for regular punishments, tickets and things like that. So the stuff has to go inside there. You don't like your money go because they say we're throwing it away. Now, this person that did this to this 80-year-old dude, this is where you'll feel a little good about your taxpayers' money going to use. Those workers that are working inside that kitchen, even they're upset, and they're going to spit in his food and do all this stuff. They, all type of stuff. So your tax-paying dollars are keeping those dudes to keep doing that stuff to him, whether you like it or not. It's going towards that cause. So, and check this out. The only way like that's even going to stop, even if he goes to and taps on that glass, even if he taps on that glass, the same people are still cooking the food. So the same people are still preparing the food. They're still trustees that do transport. You know what I mean? So they know where they are, even though they're in a different section. They're still getting the stuff that customers get mad at. They are doing to this dude there. 70-year-old man. All he was doing was just trying to go work. And you know what? He was probably trying to work because he was retired and he didn't have nothing to do, or his retirement was not enough and he still has to go out there and do some of that so he can do what he has to do. But either way, you took him out of his leisure time, and that's not cool. And that's not cool at all. So that is that right there. I'm gonna, I had to hold up now. Let me see if it's still here. Let me see if it's still here. All right. It should be popping up because this one just happened, and I was trying to make sure that the feed is all the way good. And it looks like it might be okay. Let me push mute and load this one up. All right, I'm gonna let that one load up right there. When I see that it's getting ready to do its thing, I'll go ahead and just mute it off and then get it going. Oh, I want to talk about this too. So my StreamYard, I gotta bring it up. My StreamYard grade went from a B- to a B now. I am now a B. I moved up in front of some people now. My StreamYard channel is now a B. I went from a B minus to a B, and I improved. Okay, let me push mute.
In regions and states that people can access that'll link to a variety of different resources. There's also a ton of civil rights organizations doing litigation on behalf of people whose rights were violated. So I think
I'm going to read the article. They're trying to put that live news on top of my article. I'm going to read the one that I want to read. All right. So in Stanton, people, I lived in Stanton. I lived on the borderline of Stanton and Cypress. That's where Tiger Woods. That's where Tiger Woods golf course is. Tiger Woods is from Anaheim, the Cypress area, right up the street. Went to Western High School. Tiger Woods went right there. People. I used to go and hang out on his parents. His parents still had the house over there, and they were living inside the house still. Tiger Woods is from the area, people. Stanton, California. Now, this is police delivery driver who apparently stopped to help out a victim during an assault in Stanton was shot and killed. Wow. So he was trying to help someone who was getting assaulted and he got shot, according to authorities, and the suspects are now on the run. Oh, wow. According to the Orange County Sheriff's Department, deputies were sent to the 700 block of, the Sioux Avenue. No, that's Leslie Avenue. I know where that's at. And reports of trouble Tuesday night. When they arrived, deputies found 49-year-old Juan Castellanos of Santa Ana and an unidentified 76-year-old man in the street with several gunshot wounds. Castellanos is reportedly a pizza delivery driver who apparently stopped to assist the man during an assault, investigators said. A GoFundMe has been set up for the family of Castellanos. States he worked for Domino's Pizza. He says, we were notified by Domino's that my father-in-law never returned last night delivery. He was sent to and missing for a few hours. Read the GoFundMe account description. So my father-in-law died trying to do the right thing and unfortunately paid a very high price for it. Both men were rushed to the hospital, but Castellanos died shortly after. The condition of the unidentified man was not immediately released. Deputies said multiple suspects fled the scene. Based on witness statements, the suspects are believed to be 4 Hispanic or white men. The relationship between the injured victim and suspects is unknown. According to Castellanos' GoFundMe, he leaves behind a wife, 3 sons, and 3 grandchildren. Anyone with information is urged to contact the Orange County Sheriff's Department, 714-647-7000. People, you can also submit an anonymous tip through the Orange County Crime Stoppers at 1-855-TIP-OCCS. Now, people, let me tell you this. Now, that area right there in Stanton, okay, so right up, you got the Stanton Indoor Mall, and it connects right there to Anaheim. And right there, that is a lot of people, when you hear Orange County, California, yes, people, you hear about Laguna Beach and all that, but let me tell you, even Huntington Beach got Orange County skins and Nazi lowriders. You go back there down Main Street to where those apartments are, and you see all the swastikas back there on the walls and stuff. We can't go back there. That's their hood, but you know, it looks a little different. Right there, that's a Hispanic hood right there, and it is it's active right there. It is active right there. The Hispanic gangs right there, they feud back and forth right there. It is active. Some things happen right there, people, that go down. If you ever watch the show Cops, whenever you see Stanton on Cops and you say like, man, the Orange County Sheriffs are always here. That's that area there. That's that area there. Right up Catella Avenue, you'll go right there. That's exactly where it was. And that's pretty much the neighborhoods there. It's pretty rough right there. It's a shame, but see, targeting dudes. Now that area right there, that used to be an area where the people were not getting their pizzas delivered because the pizza men were coming with cash and they were getting jacked by the gangs. Okay, so that kind of stopped. That kind of stopped with the Uber Eats and DoorDash and all these other apps. But now that there's certain apps that are putting cash back into drivers outside, it's getting people a little bit, you know, like, man, they might have cash. Now they're thinking that they might have cash a little more. Sad thing, this man This man was trying to do the right thing. He tried to break something up, and then he lost his life for trying to do the right thing. That is sad right there, but that's another delivery driver right there. That's another delivery driver death. Now, over the past month, how many delivery driver deaths have I reported on here? How many delivery driver deaths? It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And speaking about it, and I do the job, so sometimes people will say, man, and you still do the job? Yeah, I still do the job. I still do the job. I still do it. I try to practice what I preach about being aware and everything else like that. If I see someone, man, if I see two gang members, okay, if I see two dudes that look like gang members jumping on somebody, is one of me and multiple of them, the most I can do is yell or something, because I don't know what they have. I'm not gonna run up on some people doing some crime. I don't know what's in their pockets. I don't know if one of them got a strap, they got butterfly knives. I don't know any of that. What I can do is hop on the phone and call, try to get them away, but call 911. Once I call 911, they got the guns, they are coming, but I cannot just go and jump in when multiple people have you just can't. He was shot. If somebody else would have ran up to try to help to really even it out, it would have been more people dead. It would have been more people dead. And I know the dude was just doing what was right in his heart. I know he was just doing what was right in his heart. And there's nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that. We just got some crazy people out there. We just got some crazy people out there doing some crazy, crazy stuff. Crazy, crazy stuff. I'm going to tell you about Social Blade, but I'm going to read some comments. That was not cool. That was not cool. That was not cool. This one says, this one goes to listen to this story. Light-skinned black women. It says light-skinned black, not mixed. Truth be told, the adult women are the same. And it's about, the racial separation within runs race between the color. It's colorism. Now, the best Walmart Spark info for all, from the inside to the driver to the customer. I just put that video up. The DoorDash Revolution chimes in and says, Jumpin' Jack Flash. That's a good one, Reese. Keep pushing that content. Yes, sir, I will do. Says, listen to this story. She's so beautiful. They're jealous. Thank you. This one says, that child is beautiful. All colors are beautiful. We are all God's children. Parents need to teach their children love. I was the fat kid in school. I took a lot. I know how bullying hurts now. I'm old, and them bullies want to be my friend on Facebook. And guess what? They all old, fat now. Guess has a sense of humor. Okay, God has I hate abbreviations. And then they put that and put it together in blue. It's separate word. Fat now, separate that, do that, take that off. God has a sense of humor. God bless. So what she is saying is she was the big kid. She was the chubby kid. She got picked on. And now all these years later, when everyone went and did their partying, they had their kids, they did all that other stuff. They're trying to be friends on Facebook like people don't remember all that stuff. No, that's not cool. DoorDash, this is your problem. MH, 2 hours ago, says, these companies like Uber and DoorDash got people thinking it's a real job. People using their own cars, no health, dental, etc. No one with any sense whatsoever would do that. Well, let me tell you this. You do get health insurance. You have to pay for it like you do at your regular job. At your regular job, when you get your insurance and it comes out of every check. Now, how I have it, all of my insurance, I pay it the same way. I pay it the exact same way. You have insurance, medical, dental, vision, You have all of that, and you says it says people using their own cars. Well, what do you think? What do you think a regular business is? A regular business is using the company vehicles. Yes, you are third party and you are your own boss. So you are your own corporation. You are using your own vehicle. Why do people think that because you're using your own job like it's trash? Yes, if you go work for a company, you're gonna say, "Well, I got a company car." Yes, who you think's paying for all the miles you're putting on that crap? You guys gotta wake up. You guys gotta wake up. It does make sense. You're someone that's never done it. Maybe you should try it before you open your mouth. I got to represent for even the ones, the no tip, no trippers. We are all in the same boat here. Get your butt out there and you go try it. You go try it. Don't say it's not a job. Don't say any of that. Now, this was all right, people. This person has not moved over, but these were the people here in California. These were the people here in California that were saying it's not a job, it's not a job. And once Prop 22 came and they start seeing the money coming in, the people with comments like this are now driving. These are the people that are driving and messing it up for the game. The ones like this, who think like this. We got a lot of hypocrites who are driving. That's why we have bad drivers also. MH, I'm glad you're not driving, but we got a lot of your counterparts that are driving. You need to pull them dudes back and just talk crap from the sidelines like you. Cut a Taste 71 says, well, the food should be ready when you get there. No one wants to wait for them to make it. Slap yourself, Cut a Taste 71. Slap yourself with 18 tortillas that don't have no sauce on them. All right. We go do it like this. All right. This is my rebuttal to that. What if you got your order, right? And you got there before the order was in the system. Do you leave? Do you leave? Answer that question there. Okay. If the order is not in the system when you get there, which means you got there on time and you beat it, do you still wait? Okay. Secondly, if you are making food, you know what? Cut a Taste 71. If you're married, have a girlfriend, a grandma, or something else like that, I want you to tell them, let's say you guys are going to eat dinner. Right when you walk in the house, I want you to say, it's not done yet. Watch them women go sit your butt down and get out the kitchen. Watch them go do that. You better wait because you got to make the food. Why is it okay then, but it's not okay for you taking it to a customer? You still got to let them make the food. They cannot deliver food that is not cooked properly, you idiot. And I'm going to call you an idiot. This is why a lot of places get shut down by the health service. You know, you got people like you who probably work in places who cut corners and don't clean and stuff. You don't understand. You don't understand. The food has to be made. Just because you accept the order, that does not mean the food is ready instantly. There is a process. It goes through the customer. Whoop, whoop, whoop. It has to go through to you. Sometimes, even though it went through to you, it's not in the other system yet. Some systems are backed up or moving slow because there's overloads. You can't just say, if it's not ready when I get there, I'm leaving. Well, you're wasting a lot of gas. I wonder how much gas you are wasting. You are probably one of the people. He's probably one of the people that complain about gas is so high, but if he keeps driving to restaurants and leaving, that's your own fault for wasting all that gas. Slap yourself with 18 tortillas with no sauce on them. That's what you got. Listen to this story. She is a beautiful little girl. Bro, just keep being a good father. Give her a sense of self. And I did the same for my little girl. Put in work, and your proof is in the pudding. Good looking Boston Celtics, and I'm a Laker fan, but when it comes to you and your little girls, we all the same. The Tyrone James said, he says, I have the same problem. I guess I'm not black enough. Most think I'm Mexican because my eyes are green. I get hated on by everyone. You know what's crazy? I have a little cousin, and he has completely, naturally, the bluest eyes you will ever see. And when people look at him, they're like, huh? And Yeah, I get you. Man, you fit in, Tyrone. Your name is Tyrone James. Your name is Tyrone James. Great, he says, great, brother. I'm gonna catch the replay. I'm still in the middle of renovating this home. No problem, Ricky. No problem, Ricky. Now check this out. This one came from, oh no. All right. We got porn ad. Hide this user from the site. They're throwing porn ads on my stuff. DoorDash, this is your problem. No, it says this is from Antonio Mora. No, that's not the problem. Time is money, and there's restaurants that take their sweet A time. It's not restaurants taking their sweet A time. They have to get the orders, like they cannot be backed up. Like they get in trouble for being backed up. When the order gets in, they have to make it. Time is money. Yes, time is money, which is why people, if you're not getting paid for the wait, you need to get paid for the wait, okay? Or figure out how to get money out of customers with customer service. Now, I want to say this to people right here. And a lot of people say, I think this dude makes it up on how he gets all his tips. You know what, people? I'm going to tell you this. There are certain gifts and talents that people have, and there's certain skills that you can acquire, that you can learn from trial and error, from practice. I am a people's person. Have you ever been to a place where people gravitate to a person, or they can walk up to anyone and start a conversation with anyone? He can laugh at anyone. You have seen people like this over and over again. Let's say you work at a job, it's a sales job. You're like, man, that dude can walk up to anyone, sit them down, and do everything. There's people like that. I am one of those people. And because of my life experiences that I have been in, and being in charge and training and teaching people how to do a lot of things, and from going to school, sociology and psychology and all this stuff, people, I know how to interact. And I was glad that we got a chance to live in Orange County and get that real good brain work and then do all the best of that stuff. I am able to interact, and that's why I show it on all my videos, and that's why a lot of content creators, they don't show their interactions with the people. I am different. My interactions with the people go ahead and they give to me because of my interactions with them. You know, a lot of people can't understand that, but it's a trait and a skill that you can develop, all right? You can develop this. And you can develop this by going out and let's say you and your buddies, let's say you guys have a bet. Let's see how many people we can get to answer this question right here. You have to be in a public setting, though. You'll get your clipboard here. They'll get their clipboard there. Let's give everyone 2 hours. You got 2 hours to get to see as many people as you can to answer this question, and they have to sign their name after the question. You're going to see people standing out there watching people walk by them, not approaching people because they think they're looking for eye contact and all that other stuff. You'll see a bunch of people walk by, but then you'll see this team, they are hitting every single person that walks by. They're having great conversations and all that. That's called a case study, an active case study. Go ahead and try that out. Now try this out. We can do it to where let's say if I'm on one side and you put someone else on one side, you're going to see completely different. Let's say we have a table set up with pictures on it, and you have to get someone to actually sit and watch. I'll be pulling more people to the table, and this person will have more people walk by. I have a gift for understanding and how to relate to people. So people, when I'm telling you that if you work on you and you can get more tips, I'm telling you the truth. I am telling you the truth, okay? So I just gave you a couple of different situations on some scenarios so you can visually understand that thing right there. Now, if you are a person that is normally on this side and you'll let the people walk on by, you're not going to be hitting the customers and giving them that stuff that I normally would do. The person that is doing the gig work that sees it the way that I do, they are going to be hitting it just like that. And then that person is going to generate more because they're seeing more. They are seeing more. They're seeing more. The more that you bring in, the more that you can get by. You are filtering out rapid. You're filtering out everything. You're filtering out. You're filtering out. Anything that keeps going down that conveyor belt is not good. It's not good at all. You got to, there are times where you have to let things go down that conveyor belt, and you have to. But for the most part, if you're trying to get yours, you go and get yours. A lot of people would have told me today you did 11 deliveries on one order. Yes, I wouldn't have did that. That's too much work. Well, I got it all done in like 2 hours and some change, and I got another tip alert. A customer tipped me extra again. A customer tipped me extra again on Spark. Okay, so I got another tip alert. I'm gonna go and look at those numbers there, but I'm gonna read this one right here. This one says from John R. John R says, and this is DoorDash, this is your problem. He says, I witnessed this the other day locally. I literally could tell that they were about to leave. I was like, just go straight to the front and tell them why you are here, dummy. So this was a customer. This was a customer that witnessed a driver go in and stand there. Now, as the customer in his head, he's saying, just walk up to the front and tell them what you are here for. And the driver did not. He walked out. This is coming from a customer witnessing this, people. All right. So that's why I put videos up like that. This happens all the time. And then they blame and go on YouTube and start bashing the customer. Now, this one came from Newberry 2010. Not all dashers act like this, but you have to realize independent contractor is just that. Okay, let's slap yourself right there with that independent contractor with your name signed in blood. All right. Independent contractor does not mean that you drive to a place and cancel and just leave. That's not what that means. There was someone that put up a comment from a driver that said, that said, if the order is on the screen, I stay. Now you go explain that to him. He's a driver. It says can take or not take any order we want. That's accepting the order. Duh. You can accept or decline any order. Accepting the order and driving there and then not doing the order is completely different. You cannot change up and redo the game like that to say, well, I'm going to interpret it like this, meaning I can accept the order, get there, and then cancel it whenever I want to. No, that's not. Can take or not take any orders we want. Yes, accept or don't accept. Don't accept, get there, think the customer, they're about to get their stuff on time, and then you leave them hanging. No driver wants to pick up the food because they think it's going to be cold and they don't want to get their tip taken away. That's what you just did. And now that customer is probably going to actually start ordering and picking up the food, which means you let a customer leave the app. That was going to be a good tipper. It says, stop acting like you are under some obligation to stick up for who you work for. It's all good. Someone else will get it. It says, stop acting like you are under some obligation. I am under an obligation to call out the stuff that's not right. That's what you do, to stick up for who you work for. Yes, I'm sticking up for who I work for. I work in the gig economy. I'm sticking up for the people who actually do it right, which is why I'm showing you guys no shortcuts on Spark. I'm the only person that's able to give you the insights on how the labels are, what they are, how they process, what each part of the process has to be. I'm the only content creator that is able to break that down when it comes to Spark. And we have all started doing Spark around the same time. Kim's been doing it for like 3 months. Pedro just signed off like a week and a half ago. I'm on. Other people are just starting. So can't no content creator tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about when I'm proving it from my very first orders. And the clerks coming out and saying, you're the only one that knows how to read the orders. I'm the only one that knows how to give them the verbiage back because I know what's going on, which means when I'm going to give you guys the information, you're going to get the best information on how every process works. Now you can ask the question, you know what? I got there and it took so long for this and that. Do you know why that happens? You can ask me that. You can't ask any other content creator that. They're going to have to watch my videos to learn the process and hear it over and over again so that they can regurgitate that out. So it looks like they know exactly what's going on. But that's exactly what they should do. They should be learning at the same time also. It's going to help them with their videos and how they're teaching the people. Now I'm glad I'm in the same boat. I'm in the same boat, but I have more information than the rest of them. Okay. But these are comments right here, people. People got to check themselves. You do not want to be like that. You do not want to be like that at all. We had a great one last night. I spoke about it yesterday or earlier. People, the men's group was really, really good. We spoke about manhood. We spoke about why men are not marrying. We spoke about work and all this other stuff. We went over the bro code. What is the real bro code? What society thinks the bro code is? That was all great. 6:30s on Tuesday, people, here on Hot Facts. Interviews are still going to be the same. This Tuesday coming up at 6:30 p.m., it's going to be, all right, what are the qualifications of a good man? So I'm going to be bringing up the articles from what society says and what society says women say. And we are going to bring up what we say because we are the men. Okay, so it's going to be on what are the qualifications of a good man. That's going to be breaking down into job and how you take care of and a whole lot of stuff. We're going to be breaking that stuff down. So if any woman has any questions, they can just watch and listen and not sit together and make up what you want to make up. We will be discussing this. So then you'll hear some stuff, and then maybe, if you have a boyfriend or a dude and the stuff that we are talking about that you are hearing, you notice that day and he actually does that stuff, you'll ease up on the brother. That's what this is all about too. So that's on Tuesday. This Tuesday coming up, people, qualifications of a good man, and we're going to break that down. We're going to talk about what we think, what society thinks, and what these women think. Okay, that's what we will be doing on Tuesday. Now, Roy's Critical Corner, he asked me, and he suggested that I should put my show to a later time. He says my messages that I give are really, really good, and he thinks that if I move it to a later time, more people will come in here and check out these messages. So, in the comment boxes, whenever you guys, some people will get this on the watch back, or whenever you feel like it, let me know. Let me know if you think I should move it to like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. What would be the best time for you guys? Let me know. I'm open for all ideas, considering that you guys watch me and the views come in. It would be stupid of me not to be my own researcher and actually break down all this stuff too and make the changes to your channel that people actually want to go ahead and see. Now, I do know that some people like catching it at 2 o'clock because on the East Coast, it's 5. Some people might start at 5. Some people might start at like 7. They still can get it in. I know here on the West Coast, this time is midday, so it's a lot of slow time for the people. They're eating or something else like that. They're on their lunch. But I do know some people just want to listen to it later on at night. So just let me know if you guys think that I should move it to a later date. And yeah, we'll go from that. If need be, I might do it twice. If need be. But if I push it to a later date, a later time, let me know. That would be great. Because I want to know what you guys want. It's just as simple as that. I want to talk about this though. Have you guys seen the versus battle with Omarion and Ray J and Sammy, Bobby Valentino, and the dude from Pretty Ricky? The worst exhibition of singing I have ever seen in my entire life from R&B singers. This let people know that all that auto-tune and what them dudes were doing, trying to dance like Michael was able to sing and dance and do it all. It's terrible so bad that entertainers, other R&B singers are saying they have to redo it because they let the fans down. More importantly, they let their own peers down. And their own peers are telling them, and their own peers are trying to get them to get on live, to actually sing live face to face on the live to see if they really know how to sing. They're getting called out by their peers to sing on camera right now to see if you really know how to sing anymore. That's what they are doing, people. Now check this out. That's what they are doing in that community because that's what the fans saw and that's what the other entertainers saw. So why is it not okay for me to call out the stuff that I see that I know needs to be corrected? If it can happen in other genres, why can't it happen here? And these are people that you guys listen to and you guys spend tons of money on their music. And the other artists are saying that was trash. That was trash. Daz Dillinger from the Dog Pound. Okay, Snoop and Daz are cousins, right? Their moms are sisters, right? Now check this out. Their mom's other sister is Brandy and Ray J's mom. Those are sisters. So Snoop's mom, Dad's mom, and Brandy's mom are all sisters, just like how my cousins are, right? All right, they are all cousins. Snoop and Daz and Brandy said something about Ray J. Okay, so Brandy said it with her eyes. Snoop and Daz said that was trash. They said my cousin Ray J, trash. They said everyone, it's going all around. The entertainers are saying their own peers that was trash, and they are trying to get them to sing live on right now. Okay, that is hilarious. Now check this out. That's like someone telling me, go prove you can get some extra tips. I prove that. These people are not proving that they can sing. And all the people that have paid that money to get there, Omarion had to resort to humping the floor on stage and eating watermelon on stage because his singing was so terrible. Ray J got up there and said, while he's singing, they got my vocals messed up. It wasn't the Mario. Yeah. Mario. That Mario right there can still hit all them notes and other notes that I didn't think that he knew how to do. Mario was the only one singing, and little Sammy looked like Sammy had that song High Five or The Kissing Game. The Kissing Game. Yeah. Is that it? All summer long, we've been together. That one right there. Sammy. That's Sammy right now. He looks like Wyclef little brother with Florida gold, gold orange dread tips. He looks just like that. Completely different person. But he was able to sing too. But these artists were arguing because actually on a live, because they were all disappointed. People, if you are in a field and you have peers and your peers think that it's not right, your peers are going to say something. And what we talked about last night, when it came down to the real bro code, if something is not right and they are your real friend, they are going to let you know. If they don't let you know, they are not your real friend. Okay? They are not your real friend. And that's what I got to say about that. But people, we are just about an hour and some change in. Go ahead and watch this Spark video. My first Spark video was a great one because it's actually information coming third party from another driver who was helping me out, who explained a lot. No other content creator has anyone that's a driver who goes there that does not do content creation, appearing on their video and breaking down information for beginners who want to learn. My first day was there, and there was a lot of information there that was given out from a fellow driver to myself to actually one of the employees who told me some stuff, and I was able to relay that stuff there also. Now, today was another great learning experience. Go ahead and check this one out. The best Walmart Spark information from inside to the driver to the customer. And I'm going to let you guys know this, what they said. When I got there, they told me, when I told them that I have 11 orders, he said what type of order I have. He said they normally don't do this. He said because a lot of mess ups happen. And I know these people that are taking these orders, they don't know how it's ran from the inside to be an actual runner and the labels, and they mess stuff up. He said that they test it out every now and then to see who can actually do it. I just happen to be a random person, and when they see that I did it all and did it all that fast, they're going to see that it can be done. So that's the category that they put me in, and he said there's a lot of mess ups and a lot of things that happen when they do it. He said they're trying not to give people more than like 3 drop-offs. I had 11 drop-offs. I had 11 drop-offs and knocked them out in no time. But he said they've been testing it out because there's a lot of mishaps, but They tested it out on me and it went perfectly fine. So I'm going to be one of the checks here in this category. So for all the people that do Spark and they're saying we don't know why they're giving all these drop-offs, I myself is the reason why they're going to say we can give someone that many. What are my doggies doing? Okay, I am one of the reasons why they say we can give someone that many orders. In the warehouse, we have people that complain and quit simply because they say, why are they giving me a stack of 132 labels? It's because when you're scanning as a person in the warehouse, each time you scan, they're keeping your rate. There's a lot of people that are hitting the rate, which means they are able to do that. They test it out with people who are actually doing the job. That's how they get those numbers. Those numbers go back in, and that's how they know exactly what they can give to each person that's going out there. So when it comes down and they say, well, why are they giving me all these orders? They're testing it out, and there's people like me. There's some people that don't work in the warehouse anymore because they would rather do this. It's better, it's more flexible, it's easier, and you're going to get paid more. There's people that leave that, and when those people actually get up here and start doing it, they actually see that we have people that can actually, look at my dog just went and sat right there. They have people that they see that can actually like get the work done, and they have to test that out on people. You don't know that whenever you accept your order, you are entering yourself on a statistic and a trial. That's what you're doing every single time when it comes to scanning labels for drop-offs and logistics. You are being set on the rate. You're being set on the rate. And how you do when you do your orders, they get the big number for everyone, and then they say, all right, bam, this is how it works. This is how it works for us drivers accepting these orders for what they say they can give to someone. They are not going to give someone something that they cannot do. They're giving you something that they can do based upon the numbers from us scanning and dropping them off. That's what they are doing. So I don't want to hear anyone that is a content creator. Now that I'm breaking all of this stuff down, you can go do your research. But I was the manager on the inside and vouch from the clerk coming outside the Walmart. I don't want to hear any content creators doing Spark saying they don't understand why this is going so long or this and that. I am breaking it down. And the reason why it takes longer is once you call customer service has to now get in contact, because a lot of the time the AM1s, they are not at their desk. They're inside the office doing the admin work. The clerk is not the coordinator is not at the desk all the time. So that phone rings. It'll ring and ring and ring. They have to get in contact with them there. Okay? With them there. This is if you're calling, the thing itself. They have to get in contact with them there. Once they get in contact with them there, that same process that I have just explained over and over again, they have to do that process after that, which is why I said, if you pull up to the location and you see one of the workers that are coming out to give someone their stuff, instantly V-line to that person. I have a problem. Their job and what they are trained for their SOPs is whenever there is an issue like that, they have to go directly to the clerk. So you let him know. He'll go in there. He'll let them know there's an issue with this order. They're saying this. They'll be trying to find it. He still has to go out and do his job. He'll then come out and say they're working on it. All that time, they're working on it right now. If you call customer service to get on the phone call, to get on the line, they have to get in contact with those people. Now, check this out. Let's say someone called customer service, and I already did my thing physically with them. That clerk is now walking down the aisles looking for my order, not the one that's being called in. I beat them to it. I'm making my time faster. I'm improving my time, efficiency. Little things like this are going to help you out. So I don't want to hear no content creator saying, I don't know why this is happening. I don't know, you cannot use that stuff. I'm telling you exactly why. From the inside to this all the way out. And if you want to challenge me, you can challenge me. I don't see many content creators who are in my position on the other side that can actually break it down. Most of them come from restaurants or other things like that. They did not come from the inside to come into here and to be able to break it down with the verbiage, the terminology, exactly what the label is, exactly how it's meant, what the label means, everything. There is not one content creator that is doing that on YouTube for Spark. So I don't want to hear another content creator saying, I don't know why this is happening. You can come and ask me or watch the videos, or if you have enough people skills, you can actually get the clerk to come out and speak to them and ask the questions yourself so they can tell you themselves. That's what you do when you want to get information to know about your job more. It's about inquiring. And if you don't have to inquire, like I'm putting this information out right now, you didn't have to inquire. I'm not asking someone to ask me about this stuff so I have content to put out. I'm going to put it out right now for them to know. Now when they're waiting inside their car, waiting for this and stuff to happen, they don't need to have anything negative inside their head. I'm teaching you exactly what's going on. So when someone says, I don't know what's going on, I've been sitting here, I got this, my time is my money, I'm explaining that process takes time, and I explain the whole process on how it goes before it gets to you. That process goes every single time the exact same way, the exact same business model, no matter what warehouse or distribution center or pickup place that you're picking up from, they go through the exact same process. The only thing that changes is the scanning and how it looks on your screen. Outside of that, the business model is the exact same. The exact same. Okay? The exact same. So this is information that a lot of you guys are going to be getting. Now when it comes to tips and tricks, as I learned well, it's not even lingo with that anymore, because I'm doing the distribution lingo when I'm talking on the videos. So the little lingo for Walmart Spark, you will not hear me say batch. You will not hear me say any of that. You will hear me say load and drop offs, because that's exactly what it is. Loads and drop offs. And you'll hear me say a mixed load. I have a mixed load or a mixed pallet. That means I have multiple labels on one load. Meaning I have multiple drop offs at different locations on one load. Now, when I just have a single load, with one drop off, that's one load, that's one drop off. But I could have a load like that showing you guys, or I could be showing you guys a mixed load. Okay, so I'm going to be giving you guys the distribution terminology so that you guys can actually learn the process. And through all the videos, when something happens, I'm going to be able to tell you guys what's going on. And then when they come out, I'll be able to verbally say and have them on camera. And I'm going to say, yeah, this happened. And I'm pretty sure that happened on that end. And you'll hear them say yes. And that's going to be your confirmation that I know from the inside. So for content creators who are talking about Spark, you guys didn't let the wrong beast in. This is not Uber Eats. This is not DoorDash. This is not Grubhub. This is a whole different beast right here. And I'm glad that I am in it. So with that said, people, we've been on for about 1:30. I'm about to do it like this and sign out like Chuck Woolery in 2 and 2. See you guys later.